back on Rust. Now this is part 2 of a 2-part series. If you haven't seen part 1, that was posted last week and I'll give a quick summary. I loaded in on day 1 of wipe and got myself established in a jungle cave. However, I was not too successful in PvP on day 1, so I did not have much to show for it in the way of weaponry. However, I did have a mostly finished cave base, equipped with storage, electricity, and a refinery. Now that I'd gotten myself established, I now had a little bit more wiggle room to do some PvP. So to get myself started, I crafted up a P2 pistol to check out my area for the start of day 2. Alright, we played day 1. It was just some awful PvP. All I have to show for it is a bow, but we can craft up a P2 and we can see how the area is going. I have quite a bit of sulfur. Maybe we can do some raids today, we'll see. I'm going in grub mode. This is how I gotta start off the day, in the trees. What the hell? Alright, I'm gonna hit a flank on this guy. Okay, easy. Easy start to the day. What's he? A revolver. Alright, it's a gear set. After my first fight of the day, I went for a quick farm run. My base still needed upkeep for the rest of the day. In case you didn't see day 1, I'd fully blocked off the main entrance to the cave. The only way in and out now was the bucket entrance. Okay, not a bad run. We do need to go grab the battery and bring it down to the cave, because currently our electric furnaces are not running. But before I did that, I spotted this base on a nearby hill. Seeing an open airlock, I decided to raid through, but I will be mostly skipping over it because it was quite uneventful. Open airlock. Okay, tier 1. Okay, bit of metal. It's a good sign. Metal door though. We're gonna need statues. Overall, the raid was not bad. Definitely not profit in terms of sulfur, but it did give me a lot of other stuff that I did need. Oh, 700 cloth. Alright, that's not too bad. That's 4 more P2s, bunch of metal. Alright, pretty easy raid. Happy with that. Not self-profit, but everything else I do need, so it's good. Now back to the problem I was having before. I currently had no electricity in my cave. Now if you don't know how to get electricity in a cave, it's a lot different to how you normally would. You have to build a secondary base above ground so that you can charge a battery, and then, when it's fully charged, you can pick it up with a hammer and bring it down, as batteries store charge even when picked up. So by having 2 batteries, I can use one while the other charges, and when the one in my cave runs out, I just swap them out. Simple as that. Alright, that one's all hooked up. It should be charging while I'm down in my cave or out and about. Chuck the new battery in, connect it to the branch. Good. We can put the switches. Lights on, that'll last for 2 hours, that's plenty of time, and look at that light. So much easier to see. And we have the electric furnaces on. I'm a big fan of this base. I like it, the industrial look. It's really cool.
Well, there's plenty of fish in the sea. None of them are you or me. I felt how fierce smile when I saw you. We used to be two birdies up in the tree. Kissing. I saved every kiss I got from you. But oh, sometimes time can weigh you down. Sometimes love, sometimes hurts. Sometimes love burns. Sometimes love hurts.
Alright, 3 more. Just like that, doubled our furnace output. Beautiful. It'll make the battery last a little bit less, but I think it's worth it. I'm pretty sure I can sustainably keep both of these by swapping them out. After doing some quick upgrades to the base, I put on my jungle kit. I would need a bit more scrap in order to get a tier 3. I went to do some rocket raids today, but to do that I would need a few things first. I already had all the BPs on this server, so that wasn't a problem, but first I needed to get the tier 3, so I started running my nearest monument water treatment.
Sometimes love hurts. Dang.
Oh shit. D2 as well. That was poor from me, but we won, so.
Sometimes time can weigh you down. Sometimes love, sometimes hurts. Sometimes love burns.
Alright, now that we've got that extra gear set, we're gonna get this locker down. If you don't know, you can place lockers like really into rocks, especially in a cave. So I'm hoping I can chuck it in like on top of the battery, and it'll be really compact, and it'll be pretty cool, I reckon. Alright, so if we place that, we should be able to, yeah, into the rock. How cool is that? Normally that's like a whole story tall, but you can just fully place it on top. With the window, go like that. Look at that. That is insane. That is fully phasing through the rock, but it works, so we're happy. If you're wondering why I'm rotating everything, also, I just like the look of the red more. So, it makes it a bit weaker, but I don't think anyone's soft-siding metal into a cave, so we should be fine. Next, I wanted to head to Outpost to get a blue card. I was running water treatment, but I especially wanted to run the puzzle for the extra scrap, but also the red card. I would be doing rig later this video as well. While I'm doing the boring stuff and running monuments for scrap, I wanted to ask if you could subscribe. Even your one subscription means a lot, especially to a small channel like mine, and we are coming up on 500 subs, and only 41 of you need to click that red button for absolutely free. So if we could make it there, it would mean a lot to me. Sorry for the interruption, I'll let you get back to the video. 3 milk crates on top of parkour is kind of crazy. That's why I love water treatment, man.
Sometimes I think I'm dead, 'cause I can feel ghosts and ghouls wrapping my head. But I don't wanna fall asleep just yet. My eyes went dark. I don't know where.
I have almost 600 scrap from one run. I know I built next to water treatment, every video, and I'm sure you guys are sick of seeing it every week, but it's so good, man. After that big run of water treatment, I needed to do some small runs of the nearby supermarket, and then I finally had enough scrap for my tier 3. Alright, and there is the tier 3. Finally get SKS going. I think I'm going to go to rig now.
Tracing his face, but strangely he feels at home in this place.
We can make 3, don't see why not. Look at that. I love this gun, man. So cheap. Now that I had the SKS, there's only one place I could take it. Ah! I think this is the last guy. Alright, nice. We're definitely first here, but hopefully we get conned. What cargo's coming by? Maybe we get someone from cargo. That's probably where everyone is. I was wondering why it's not contested, everyone's on cargo. I don't have enough space for this, so I should have brought a backpack. That is on me. We're gonna have to make some sacrifices here. I don't need the armored door, really, but I guess I'll take it. Just get this crate started. I'm not gonna be able to hold heavy loot either. That kinda sucks. Hey, come on, man. No, they're bugged. Okay. Easy as though. I didn't loot the build crates over here. Look at that. If this has a backpack, oh, that is a blessing. Oh my god, there's no way. That is so... That's exactly what I needed. That is so good. I can finally carry everything. No, it's not that bad. I've seen worse. Not a bad run. I've had better, but, you know, got the LMG. Home safe. That is the only time I will ever be thankful to die in this game, is making it back home in a cave. We're building up the comp box. Not too bad. Don't really need it, any of it, but you know, it's there. The only BP I don't have, the useful one, is the launcher. Yeah. And I don't know about tech trainer that. I might be able to buy one maybe, but I do need to go on a farm run first. Anyway, so. After looking on the map for a vending machine that could be selling a rocket launcher, I couldn't find a single one. So I was off to water treatment to hopefully get enough scrap to research one. That is when I saw a decaying base. I actually saw these guys in day 1. I think they were roaming AK, so they could be loaded in there. Half health. If I can get a launcher, I can splash those 2 walls. That should be cool. I'm probably gonna hop off soon, so I'm gonna have to raid it if I want the loot here. We just need that launcher, man. It's fine. We're gonna grind out scrap now. Yeah, we'll come back to this. That's our raid target. Now having my raid target in mind and all the sulfur that I needed, I had the rockets, I had the target, I just didn't have the launcher. That is until I went to water treatment and once again got absolutely blessed. Oh my god. These milk crates are blessing me today, bro. Everything I need, this is perfect. Now that I had gotten each piece of the puzzle, now all I could do is craft up my boom and execute. Alright, off health. Let's get going. Okay, we're in. TC. Oh shit. That's raid blocks, bro. Fuck. Okay, he's dead. It's raid block though, man. Shit. Yeah, barricades. That'll do for now. Door. No good. Oh, comps and resources. That's upkeep for the rest of the wipe. Let's get a tool cupboard in. No sulfur though, unfortunately. Seat down. Let's get some more doors on this thing. Get our bag down. That guy I killed, I'm 100% getting camped, so let's go jump into the trap. Jump. Okay. Free gear set. Ooh, that's kind of loaded. That is nice. 1k GP, 700 crude, nice. That's what we're looking for. Alright, before I do my first transfer, let's do a little area sweep. Oh, he's on the other branch, man. I swear I checked that tree. That's fine. We didn't have any of the loot on us. We just lost the kit, which was our best kit, but you know, that's fine. At least the raid loot is safe. I'm gonna let it sit for a bit. That wasn't him, surely. No, it wasn't. Okay. Why do you have so much stone on you though? What is that? Alright, well I can't find that guy. I think I'm gonna let it sit for a bit, and then we'll do our transfer runs. Let the area cool down a bit. Okay, first run. It's been a while. That tree, I think, is clear. Yeah, we're good. Going for it. The comp box is looking very healthy now. And the gun box is finally getting some love. Started out at just a bow this morning. That is crazy work. Done not too bad for ourselves. Alright, that is the last load. That's all the resources. I'm just going to use this to upgrade the base. And I think the cave will be complete.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. Take this anymore. There are a lot of voices drowning in the sea. There's too many voices talking back at me. There are a lot of choices waiting to be made. Too many choices making me afraid.
After sealing up my bunker on a pretty successful day 2, I went to sleep. The next time I hopped on was a day later. I can't really show you much of this next day because nothing really interesting happened. The only thing that I did do was take rig. So, I'll show that for you real quick. I don't think we're raided. Didn't expect to be, but, you know, it's a nice feeling nonetheless. Get the lights on. Lovely. I love this base. Alright. See what rig has to offer. Hey, nice.
but always remind me of you. Trying to figure out how I'm the same for me. Standing by the shore.
Come on, Crate.
The open sea.
Oh my. That is the... No, that actually probably is the worst crate I've ever seen in my life. That is abysmal. What is that? A locked crate gives me that. Alright, let's see for what that sort of makes up for. The locked crate. Oh my. LR and a pair of pants. You're serious. Alright, well that was absolutely shocking. And I'm just going to try and block it out of my memory, to be completely honest.
Cannot take this anymore.
Alright, well, we did make it home with the worst ring of all time. Cool. You know what? I'm pretty happy with the wipe overall though. We were pretty successful. We did a raid. It was on a decaying base, but we did a few rigs, got into a bit of PvP, built a pretty sick cave base. I've built in a cave since my first ever video. I said that in part 1, but caves will always be special to me. And this gun box is not too bad. 2 days later. The comp box is strong. Love to see that. Yeah, I'm happy. Pretty happy. Alright, final time on the lift. I've had a lot of fun living out of this jungle cave. Look at this. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. And if you did make it to the end of the video, remember, I'm so close to 500. If you could, it would mean the world to me.